Live bitches, what's up? This is your boy Tico Trend Red Pill, and I'm going to talk about my. I'm going to respond to my comment section and various people that have been bombarding me on my comment section mainly, but various people that's been bombarding me with topics about these two all the damn time. Let it be my comment section or let it be let it be people in my comment section live streams or podcasts or people in my comment section in general or people always asking me how I feel about this or that person and this that and the other. And for the most part, first I'm gonna start off by saying this is going to be a short podcast. Don't be a bitch, watch the whole damn video. um because I have to sock you in your fucking face if you try to take my shit out of context, basically. Real shit. Real shit. So watch the whole fucking video. um it's going to be a short podcast. What's up, McDowell Life? What's up, Red Pill Dusty? Um, my honest views on. I'm gonna start off with Hammerhand first. My honest views, because I got this comment, because I get random comments in my comment section that's always talking about Hammerhand and this, that, and the other. The latest one was about 4 days ago. It's under my Let's Talk Facts one video from a while back. You know who that was about. But he basically stated something to he said some other bullshit, said some other bullshit, talk shit on Hammerhand, then turn around and said, and I something to the extent of he's a fraud, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. And and if you disagree with him, he'll make your life hell or he'll go against you, basically. Is typically what he wrote in my comment section. You go back and check it. It says about that what I just said for the most part, but it just says a lot of other shit too, basically. They basically sound like a bitch in my comment section when they wrote that. They had to go into paragraph detail and shit like that, like they were a bitch. Um, and my problem with the whole entire thing is, first off, when it comes this, and this goes for both Mr. Elite and Hammerham. If you're going to come to me with this shit, just know I don't care. I don't fucking care. Keep your comments to your fucking self or take them to somebody else's channel who gives a fuck. At the end of the day, if you've ever met me, if you've ever talked to me in private, you would know that I'm a very neutral person. I don't give a fuck what that person did. I don't give a fuck where they're sticking their dick at. I don't give a fuck if they just murdered 10 people. I don't give a fuck what the fuck they did. As long as they don't do it to me, I don't fucking care. That's typically how I look at life. If you don't do me wrong, I won't do you wrong. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Read my fucking lips. And that's typically how I feel about a lot of the shit. When it comes to both of those people, and people always in my comment section, well, Tico's this and Tico's that. Well, Tico, you should hate this person because of this. Here's the thing with Hammerhand, and that dude that made that comment about like Hammerhand, if you disagree with them, he'll make your life hell, or he'll go against you, or he runs a tight ship, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. Here's the thing that you fail to realize. As long as I've known Hammerhand, he's always known that I've been a neutral person. I don't give a damn. If he wants to go on somebody, he can go on somebody. If he doesn't want to go on anybody, he doesn't have to go on anybody. That's typically how I feel. It's all up to him. That's his thing. That's his bag. I respect his bag. If he wants to do that, if he wants to do that, he does that. If he doesn't want to do it, he does it. I don't care if he does it. At the end of the day, all I care about is our working relationship. Does he join the live streams? Yes. Is he a good contributor to the live streams, and does he make good content? Hell yeah, he does. This is my problem that I have with a lot of motherfuckers who want to be anti-MGTOW or anti-Red Pill and want to run their mouth and stay super shit like that when it comes to like him. Okay, I really don't care. Look, I look at it like this: did he burn my house down? Did he kidnap my kids? Did he do any of his other stupid shit? Did he shoot any other brother in the back on his way out the door like angry MGTOW? Then I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's that simple. I don't give a fuck what you think about him if he didn't do anything wrong to me. It's typically how I feel about a bank robber. As long as the bank robber didn't bother me, I don't give a fuck what the bank robber did or took. As long as he don't bother me. That's typically how I look at it. I don't care how you feel about a man. How you feel about a man is not going to be how I feel about a man. Because at the end of the day, to actually address that dumbass's comment, like you said, if you disagree with him, this, that, and the other, and he will pretty much do this and that and the other to you, this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. Here's the thing. Me and Hammerhand has disagreed on a lot of shit, at least 15 different things, 15 different topics, and I don't always side with Hammerhand, but we still fucking talk. We're like fucking Karl Malone and John Stockton for the most part. He's Karl Malone and I'm John Stockton. It's that simple. So that's typically how I view our relationship. He's Karl Malone and I'm John Stockton. That's basically what it is. We may not win the championships together, but we're going to give you hell in the process of doing so. That's typically how that works. We're going to give you hell and we're going to make you earn this shit. If you want to talk shit, we're going to make you earn this shit. That's typically how it works. You ain't going to just win no shit. You got to earn this shit, basically. And that's typically how I think about shit. Like, I don't care how you feel about him. He hasn't done anything wrong to me. He hasn't disrespected anybody in the manosphere. He's not pulling the angry MGTOW. So I don't give a fuck what you think about him. That's my honest opinions on it. Like, don't come at me with this bullshit if you don't know actual truth. If you're going to make comments in the comment section, I'm going to need that shit to at least be true, or I'm going to need you to actually know the whole entire work history between me and him before you actually make comments on him. Because at the end of the day, I've said funny shit about him. I crack jokes about Hammerhand on a regular basis. I've said simple shit about him. And I've said many different things. He could have took it the wrong way and could have got mad, but the fact of the matter is he didn't. We still talk. It's that simple. So to the people who like to make up these fantastical stories and shit like that, 9 times out of 10, that person that you're talking about, or you probably did something wrong for him to want to bitch slap you and treat you the way he did. He's never done me like that. Therefore, I don't give a fuck about you and or the person that you're talking about. It's that simple. Until then, we have a solid working relationship. So I'm gonna need you to pack your shit and get the fuck about my comment section. Real shit. Pack your shit and get the fuck about my comment section with that bullshit. And that's typically how I feel when it comes to shit like that. So don't come at me sideways on that bullshit, basically, when it comes to that shit. And that goes for both of those guys, MrElite and Hammerhand. At the end of the day, now I'm going to address the whole entire MrElite thing. Look, MrElite knows if I have a problem with him, I'm going to make a video about it, or I'm going to call him up and say, nigga, the fuck's your problem? Like, it's just that simple. Like, I'm going to call him up and tell him about himself if I have a problem with him. It's under the Let's Talk Facts 1, all-seeing heart. Let's Talk Facts 1, that one goofball. That one goofball's name is in the title. But yeah, it's just shit like that it's just shit like that. Look, when it comes to MrElite, I've talked to MrElite. The last time I actually talked to him on the phone was when a little bit after the incident that happened with his son. That was the last time I actually talked to him on the phone for the most part. I'm not the best person when it comes to calling motherfuckers. A nigga sometimes get busy. Sometimes kids start acting stupid. You know, a nigga tries at least. A nigga tries to reach out to people at least. Let it be email or Discord or fucking phone calls or text messages. I'm trying. I got a lot of shit going on in my life, and the nigga's a little bit busy to be like trying to call people on a regular basis to check up on people. I try my best to drop a line at least like once a month or every 2 weeks or something like that to somebody for the most part. I try my best. I don't always succeed in doing so. So I will say at that point, I am a sucky friend when it comes to it. However, I do support these people. Like I said in MrElite's one video in his comment section, I got your 6 for the most part. That's typically how I feel about the situation. I got your 6. No matter what you do, as long basically, because I look at it like this: MrElite didn't pull an angry MGTOW. Angry MGTOW, take your money, beat y'all over the head, and shoot y'all in the back on the way out the door. That's typically how I feel about it. Did he do all that shit to you guys? Then I'm gonna need y'all to get up off y'all high fucking horse and go support a brother, basically. That's typically how I feel about it. He didn't angry man you, because half y'all motherfuckers that are talking shit on MrElite are over there following Angry MGTOW, Angry Money. Literally, like, come on, guys, really, really. He done bitch slapped you in the face. He done kicked you. He done kicked your dog. He done pretty much stole your wallet. He done burned your house down to the ground, and you over there still hanging with that nigga, but you want to bash MrElite. I see y'all niggas over there still following Angry Money Man. Don't act like y'all ain't. A nigga be lurking in the comment section and don't always say shit. A nigga see y'all asses over there. So y'all same motherfuckers that's talking shit on MrElite, I see y'all asses over there on Angry Money shit. It's just facts. So don't be trying to be on your high horse or your high horse, because I will call your asses out in a video, in a list. I'll just be like, the list of motherfuckers that need to be called out. I will make a list on that shit. We all know I will, because I don't give a fuck about it. So if you're going to act like you're on your high horse and act like you're this, that, and the other, and you're too good to actually listen to MrElite, but you over there on Angry Money Man's channel after you done bitch slapped the whole entire fucking community, I will call your ass out on that shit. It's that fucking simple. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And it's just shit like that that just blows my mind when I hear people say this shit. We have this saying in a manosphere that everybody seems to overgloss or overlook or forget about. Every man is one blowjob away from going back to the fucking plantation. It's fucking true. However, if you're Tico Trent, you're probably going to have to Buffalo Bill a nigga and put the lotion on the skin or get the hose again if you're Tico Trent, somebody like Tico Trent. And the funny thing about that is when that actually comes down to it, it makes for a funny thing. It makes for a funny thing because like everybody overlooks that same topic or that same line that we've always said throughout the manosphere, that reverberates throughout the manosphere. Every man is a blowjob away from the plantation. It's just facts. So I'm gonna need y'all to keep that same fucking energy, because that's actually a true statement. Many people have failed. Not too many people put it out there on Front Street, but a lot of motherfuckers have failed. But not everybody puts it out there on Front Street like MrElite did, for the most part. I mean, granted, you can be mad at him for doing what he did, but at the end of the day, he's MrElite. And I think I want to say, when I was actually trying to figure out who he was or what about him and try to understand what's going on, or understand what's going on, I think I talked to SEE about it. I think it was SEE that explained to me. He said something to the extent of, and for those who don't know SEE is, that's Successful Endeavors. He said something to the extent of, MrElite has a big heart. So you're going to want to question him sometimes, or you're going to have questions about him. But at the end of the day, just know MrElite has a big heart. Sometimes that heart is too big for his own good. But at the end of the day, MrElite has a big heart. That's typically MrElite in a nutshell. He's basically like the big heart version of James Bond when it comes to women, basically. He'll help anybody, despite the fact that it might backfire in his face, or it might destroy him, or it might get him kicked out of his place, or it might cause a lot of problems. He's willing to always help some fucking baddie. And sometimes his big heart does come to his detriment. At the end of the day, you can't fault somebody for having a big heart. At least he actually reaches out and helps motherfuckers. He gets motherfuckers out of like the situations they're in. It might not be the best choices sometimes, but at the end of the day, he actually does it. And that's typically how I feel about that. Like, he actually puts himself out there, and he puts his home out there, and he puts his whole entire livelihood at risk sometimes when he actually goes out there and actually helps people. Because that can go all types of south. That can go all types of bad at the end of the day. but typically he makes it work somehow, some way. I don't know how he does it, but that nigga does it, and sometimes it just shocks the fuck out of me. Like, I can't believe that nigga didn't get screwed over. I can't believe that nigga didn't get destroyed. I think God's on his side. That nigga has a guardian angel. I think, because there's no way in hell you could tell me. Because if I knew if I'd have did some shit like that, I'd have probably been destroyed, or I'd have probably been in court or something like that, trying to buy a whole entire wardrobe for the motherfucker trying to sue me. But nonetheless, that's typically my thoughts on both of them. I don't care how you feel about them. They've never done anything wrong to me. They didn't disrespect me. They never done anything, said anything. They never said anything to disrespect me. They never said anything to do anything for me to. They didn't pull an angry money man on everybody and disrespect everybody on the way out the door. They didn't pull a Yogi Opes on everybody, despite the fact that he did what he did. But I don't really fault Yogi Opes. I think Yogi Opes is more or less a lost soul, and he was trying to figure out where he actually fit. He was trying to get him where he fits in for the most part. That's typically how I look at Yogi Opes. Unlike that angry money man guy. That's typically how I feel about that. So that's my honest views on them both. I don't hate them both. I still listen to their content. Matter of fact, Hammerhand's the only reason why I'm over there on MGTOW TV, listening to content on MGTOW TV. If he wasn't over there, then I wouldn't be listening to half the fucking subscribers that are over there right now. So for all y'all people over there on MGTOW TV who make content on MGTOW TV, thank Hammerhand for my black ass beer over there looking at your videos. And for everybody else, MrElite's just a human being with a big heart at the end of the fucking day. That's all it is. And no, I'm not going to take your side. No, I'm not going to come with pitchforks and tiki torches, because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm Tico motherfucking Tren. I'm neutral as fuck. I don't take sides. It's that simple. So if you expect me to run to your side or run to your rescue or defend your stance or defend anything you got to say, just know I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I will play devil's advocate. That's pretty fun. I love it. I do enjoy doing that. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a neutral party. I'm always going to be a neutral party. Hammerhand even knows this about myself, because I've actually talked about this in a private chat in Discord, when I said neutral Tico. Neutral Tico. I've been neutral the whole entire time, and I'll be neutral till the end of time. I don't give a damn what that side's doing. I don't give a damn what that side's doing. The only time I'll get involved in anything is when somebody's talking shit on me, or when shit hits the fan. That is the only time that I get involved in anything and take a side, is if shit is hitting the fan, or somebody's fucking with me personally. So don't always expect me to be riding unless shit hits the fan. I'm not that nigga you call at the beginning of the fucking party. I'm that nigga you call when you want motherfuckers, when you need a big ass trunk to start throwing bodies in, basically. I'm that nigga. Don't call me in the beginning, call me at the end when you need to start packing up bodies. I'll bring the body bags in the trunk, basically. That's typically who I am, for the most part, when it comes to the Banisphere. Don't expect me to be out there on the front lines. Expect me to just clean up the mess, basically, and hide the evidence. That's typically how I am, for the most part. So, at the end of the day, when it comes to MrElite, he's a man with a big ass heart. He's going to make mistakes because he has a big ass heart. That's typically how that works when you have a big ass heart. That's typically how that works. It doesn't matter who you make friends with. Because at the end of the day, because in all technicality, I look at it like this. A good example of that, since Corey brought that up. I have a show on my platform called No Ox Shit. I invite people on from all walks of life. Let them be anti-MGTOW, anti-red pill, anti-sentiment, anti-black, anti-Jewish, anti-anything. They all come to No Ox Shit for the most part. So in all technicality, you can actually say Tico Tren is anti all this shit, because I have that show and I invite anybody and everybody onto that show. So, in the same token, Corey, still, I guess you could say that, yeah, I fall into that category too, because sometimes I do make videos and I do have a live stream called No Walk Shit where I invite people that are anti MGTOW, anti red pill, anti black, anti white, anti men, anti feminist, anti any fucking thing, anti Chinese, anti Jewish, anti, yeah, I pretty much had them all on my show. Hell, I've even been called a white supremacist on my own damn show. So, at the end of the day, if we're going to actually try to do that shit, in all technicality, I fall into that category too. Because I've had motherfuckers on the walk shit that literally said, did, and lobbied crazy shit on my show. That was like some crazy off the wall shit. But the sad part about that doesn't mean I necessarily agree with what they got to say. It's an interesting topic, and it makes for an interesting show, especially when people respond in the comment sections. That's typically all it really is. So in all technicality, it doesn't matter if they talk or converse or because at the end of the day, me, I'm not always. You can find me on various different channels. You can find me on fucking if you can find me in the comment section on various channels. Let it be Alba and Preach to fucking JK News to fucking Amazing Lucas to fucking Sydney Watson to those two science channels, those nerdy science ass channels, to comic book channels, to fucking MXR Play, to MXR Mods, to fucking David So, to Joe Jezikawa, to you can find me on any fucking channel. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what a person's into. That's what they're into. That's their personal life. Hell, shit. I'm into origami. How many of y'all niggas know that about me? I played a cello. How many of y'all niggas know that about me? It is just shit like that for the most part. So, what's up, MGTOW artist? And it's typically what it is. Don't throw a man under the bus for don't throw a man under the bus for no fucking reason. In other words, thanks, artist. Don't throw a man under the bus for no fucking reason. At the end of the day, if a man is down, our job is to help that man back up. We're not going to just roll over a man, because at the end of the day, if we steamroll over a man, you basically make us look like what our fucking our naysayers say about us. We're a gang, and we just do this shit, and we just roll on motherfuckers, and we threaten motherfuckers, and we bully motherfuckers. You basically make that look like a true statement for the most part. And the sad part about that, I'm not even fucking MGTOW, and I see this shit going on, so I can understand where the fuck they're coming from when I see a lot of the people in the comment section just saying scathing shit or seething shit about people. I see the shit, I read the shit, I notice the shit, and I keep it moving. At the end of the day, like I said, every man, just like I said, that's like the famous saying in a fucking manosphere, every man is one blowjob away from going back to the plantation. Every single man. Like I said, unless you're like me, then you're pretty much going to need to be Buffalo Bill to go back to the plantation. Put the lotion on the skin, Tico. Put the lotion on the skin. Put the goddamn lotion on the skin, or get the hose again. Yeah, that's pretty much what you got to do to me. But yeah, but it's just shit like that for the most part. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody falls down. What's that one saying in a song? A saint is just a sinner who fell down and got back up for the most part. And it's true. A saint is nothing more than a sinner that fell down and got back up. You may not like the fact that I'm not going to pull out AK-47s and go on his channel with tiki torches and pitchforks and talk shit on him. At the end of the day, he's a man. He makes mistakes. He's a human fucking being. Not everybody can be like certain people. Not everybody can be God. Not everybody can play God. Mistakes are going to get made. Mistakes are going to get fucking made. Everybody makes fucking mistakes. I'm not going to fault a man for making a mistake. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. It's all about how you correct the shit. It's all about if you want to correct the shit or want to do better by yourself or do better by your bad. If you no, I mean sorry. If you want to do better by yourself or and correct the mistakes that you make. At the end of the day, if you make a mistake in life, the point of making that mistake is to learn from it. If you can't fucking learn from it, there's no point of you even being around. And I can't believe you actually survived this fucking long. If you can't learn from your mistakes, that's the point of mistakes. If life was perfect, we would never make a fucking mistake. If the world was great, there wouldn't be no need to go to fucking church and repent for your fucking sins. Or go to mosque or go to the synagogue or go to the Hindu temple or go to the Buddhist temple. Or, basically, I'm trying to be all religion inclusive for the most part here. Because I don't want everybody saying, Tico hates this religion. No, Tico loves religion. So to sit here and crucify a man for making a mistake would be like scolding a lion for eating a man for jumping over the gate at the fucking zoo. Like, you shouldn't have ate that man. Well, nigga, the zookeeper should have fed my black ass. That's typically would be my response if I was a lion and I ate a man for jumping over the fucking gate. Don't say stupid shit if you don't want stupid shit to happen to you. And it's shit like that just blows my mind when I hear people say stupid shit, or when I see people and see and hear people say stupid shit for the most part. Because like they'll all try to jump on somebody's case or they'll all try to jump on the bandwagon to say stupid shit when in fact at the end of the day you're probably no better than that person yourself. You're probably no better than that person yourself. So don't be out here talking all this shit if you don't get, don't be out here pointing fingers at motherfuckers, because at the end of the day, when you're pointing a finger at a motherfucker, you got 3 fingers pointing back at your ass for all the mistakes that you made. But the fact of the matter is, you're too chicken shit to put it out there in the open when you make a mistake. So you like to hide behind the fact that nobody knows you made your mistakes. It's that simple. Because at the end of the day, everybody makes mistakes. So don't be out here acting stupid all the damn time. What's up, Shinobi One? Acting like you don't make mistakes when in fact everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's a fucking human being. Everybody deserves a second chance. So don't be ratting on motherfuckers like like you don't make mistakes your fucking self. I'm pretty sure you've made mistakes in your private life, and you're probably, and all the people who actually over there like putting scathing comments in this comment section, I'm willing to bet any money you're probably projecting the fact that you made mistakes in your private life too. Because I can't see nobody not making the mistakes that they make and not wanting to fix it. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people that make mistakes and try to sweep it under the rug and never try to fix it or learn from it. But at the end of the day, you have to learn from your mistakes. What's up, Janky? You have to learn from your fucking mistakes. So I'm gonna need y'all to chill the fuck out, put away your fucking tiki torches and pitchforks. All the other motherfuckers in the comment section that's been commenting about Hammerhand, I hate to break it to you, but it's not true. We disagree on a lot of shit, and we still talk to each other. We disagree on a lot of shit, and we still talk to each other. Hell, we've even disagreed in live streams together. So I'm gonna need you to pack your shit and get the fuck out my comment section with that bullshit, basically. And for the people who are in MrElite's comment section just throwing hate his way, whatever happened to MGTOW saves lives, or what happened to MGTOW saves people, or MGTOW saves men? You can't be out here talking about MGTOW saves people, MGTOW saves men, if you're going to sit here and disrespect the man. He made a mistake. I'm not asking you to go over there and kiss his ass. I'm just saying he makes a mistake, just like you make mistakes in your day-to-day life. I'm pretty sure you've been fired for some stupid shit that you did on a job. I'm pretty sure you've gotten into relationships that you shouldn't have got your ass into, but it just felt good at the moment. At the end of the day, if you're going to always kick people while they're down, what is the point of even having a fucking manosphere in the fucking first place? What is the point of having a manosphere in the fucking first place? If you're going to kick people while they're down, you're just acting like a bunch of hooligans and fucking thugs at that point. Because at the end of the day, everybody that's MGTOW made a mistake to get to where they are today. Let it be Red Pill or MGTOW, y'all all made a mistake to get to where you are today. Some of y'all learn from other people's mistakes, which is very smart. And most of the people, unfortunately, had to make a couple mistakes to get to this point in their lives. So you can't fault them for making a mistake when, in fact, everybody else has made a mistake to get to this point in their lives. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, MGTOW life. Anytime, brother. But at the end of the day, what you can't do is sit up here and march on a man's channel with tiki torches and pitchforks like you the alt-right over in this bitch. We are not the alt-right. We the manosphere, motherfucker. We don't do stupid shit like that. We help brothers, we save brothers, and we try to pull the brothers up out of the mess that they're in. No matter what the fucking mess we're in, we try our best to pull motherfuckers out of the mess they're in. Don't be acting like no militia or no fucking mob. This ain't fucking Chaz, nigga. Act like y'all got some fucking sense. This isn't Chaz. This isn't Chop. We don't act like the motherfuckers. We're men. We think sensibly, logically, and we fix shit. We fix shit. So put your man thoughts, put your man logic together, and help that nigga out and help him get better. Because he needs your help and he needs your support to get better. Quit always trying to bitch slap people and kick people while they're down. You're no different. If you do that stupid shit, you're no different than a fucking feminist on the left. Or you're no different than the anti-MGTOWers. Or you're no different than the anti-red pillars. Because at the end of the day, they pretty much act like they don't make fucking mistakes, and they always want to pass the blame off of other people or other men. Or they always want to make scathing comments at men. And the sad part about that is when you actually bully another man or go on another man's channel acting stupid like that, you're pretty much doing the same fucking thing they're doing. Act like men, solve the fucking problems, help that man out, and help that man out of the mess that he's in. You don't have to necessarily go right now and do it. I'll let you cool off, think about it, let it mull around in your head so you can be in a better headspace and go over there and help that man out. He's in help. He's in need of help, basically. And I'm not saying this because I actually watches shit, and which is actually pretty true. I watch his shit. I'm saying this because I'm a psychologist, and I know that man. I know that man's in a bad spot right now mentally. So you doing all this stupid shit on his channel is technically going against the whole entire narrative that we help men. That's what this manosphere is for. We help men. No matter what they do, we help men. Now, if that nigga pulls an angry MGTOW, money man MGTOW, expect a video from Tico Trend. But until then, help that man out. Reach out to that man. Help him dust himself off and get back on a horse so he can ride off into the sunset again. I'm getting tired of all this bullshit. I'm getting tired of looking at all this bullshit. You're not angry at him. You're angry because you're projecting something that you did in your life onto him. It's just facts. But this video has went on longer than it needs to go. Y'all have a blessed day. Be good. Treat yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Maintain your health. Spoil yourselves. Treat yourselves like milk. Do nothing but spoil yourself. Help a brother out. That's all I ask. Help a fucking brother out. Quit kicking a brother while he's down. Y'all have a good night. Adios, niggas.